We're open.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, man, it's got to be that real hip-hop feel, man. Get these levels right. All right, something like... You will now go back to when rap music had hard beats. When it was called hip-hop.
Live in the CIPHER! Oh, Wednesday night, gotta get it right. Live in the CIPHER, chills on the mic. You got cash, I'm worth it, pay me. You can't outfox me, so say that for Jamie. BKS1Radio.com. Hot like fire, kids, so ring me along. Got the industry corner with our own damn opinions. No Serato, it's authentic. When late night is spinning, the truth, the real. Hip-hop ain't dead, and if it was, we resurrected it. It's back to the essence, the bare essential. Storm Norm is the leader, we call him the general. Smooth P and Ghost, we rate and review. So if you're scared to spit the 16, don't come through. Ooh! Represent the real hip-hop. Represent the real hip-hop. Represent the real hip-hop. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the hottest hip-hop show on the net, live in the CIPHER, baby. You got my man, Chill Mr. Keep It Real, Ladies Love, Smooth P, Short Fuse, DJ Late Night, and your man, Storm Norm the General, on BKS1Radio.com, where we represent the real hip-hop.
What's good? What's good?
Yeah. What's going on, people?
You already know what it is, man. The official live in the CIPHER show.
Yeah.
WBKS1.com.
Yeah.
Man, we're going to talk about some things tonight, man. There's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot going on. Peace and blessings. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. First and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. Salute to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter, Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com. And salute to everybody listening to us live on the TuneIn app. Also, peace and blessings to everybody on FB checking us out. Yeah, man, there's a lot going on. A lot going on in hip-hop. Just a lot going on, period. But first and foremost, let's introduce the squad.
Yes, yes.
All right, you already know. To my right, the man that understands. Together we got the plan. We call him what? DJ Smooth P.
In the building. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome.
All right. And the dude that gets a little rude. Don't get him in a bad mood. We call him Short Fuse.
Make sure
AKA
goes.
the Ghost.
What's up, people? And the man in the middle, the one with all the riddles.
Hey, I'm just humbly stormed on the journal. Peace and blessings.
Yo, I want everybody who's listening now, no matter what platform you're listening on, go to YouTube.com, BKS1 Radio TV, and hit that subscribe button.
Yes, yes, please.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Just get them subscribers up for us.
Oh yeah, because we gonna talk about some things today. Listen. Phone lines are open. You can call in 646-233-1302. We're gonna go right into this thing, man. We're gonna go right into this thing. So, in case y'all been living under a rock, Cardi B's been catching a lot of heat.
Yeah, man.
A lot of heat, a lot of backlash, all right, from something she said 3 years ago. All right, so a lot of people feel the need to put all their business on social media.
Yeah. Was it that long ago? It was 3 years ago she did that?
Yeah. It was 3 years ago that post was there. So tonight's discussion is too much of your business on social media. All right, so we're going to talk about the Cardi B backlash. And I want y'all to keep it real. Like, you know, you post up things. I see you. Sometimes you may put up something maybe personal close to you. Sometimes you may put up something personal close to you. Sometimes I do, right? Yeah. But there's a limit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
To what you should put out there on social media, and how much of your business, your personal business, that you should put out there on social media. And some people put up their arguments with their significant others on social media.
The worst.
Beefs with family on social media. All of that. And some dummies even incriminate themselves by throwing up, you know, I'm cool, I'm a thug, I'm gonna throw up a gun, picture with me with a gun on social media, or brag about something that I did that was illegal.
You know what gets me on right now? People put up, everybody smokes weed, and everybody puts weed up. Like, it's nothing new no more. Everybody smokes. It doesn't make you super cool. It's like, just stop. Like I said, you are incriminating yourself, and whatever you put up,
it stays.
I don't care whether you delete it off your page.
Yes.
Whatever you think you may do, like, yo, it's only going to be up for 24 hours, or wow, this little story going to disappear. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't ever go away.
Nothing ever disappears in the computer technology world. They can pull it off of anything.
Pictures you don't text,
it stays there forever.
And somebody went back 3 years on her page.
Exactly.
You know how long the scrolling you got to do to go back 3 years for somebody who posts constantly?
Somebody had
unless it was a pop up. Sometimes that happens.
Not 3 years back. It'll pop up a couple of days.
No,
with the new Instagram, it'll be, you might, if you won't catch a post, it might pop up in a couple of days.
Instagram. Okay,
but it ain't popping up from 3 years ago. I mean, somebody had time and was like, I'm scrolling through this whole thing.
Yeah, and you know what? Somebody had an agenda, man. And in case you just joined us and y'all don't know what went on, basically, like you said, somebody caught a post that Cardi B put up. I want y'all to listen. We're gonna play the clip that she put up, and now it's coming back to haunt her. All right, it's coming back to haunt her, and we're gonna talk about some things that you've probably seen on social media that you're like, yo, did they really put that on social media? Either about their relationship, either about their family business, either about something that they did that they shouldn't have did, and they bragged about it on social media. I want y'all to give some examples. Again, y'all can call in and talk about something you want to talk about at 646-233-1302. All right, so let's go in right now with this Cardi B thing. All right, so basically, the clip I'm about to show you, All right, again, it came from 3 years ago, and now it's resurfacing and it's talked about on all the blogs now, on all social media. Everybody's talking about it. All right, so Cardi B basically admits to using sex to drug men and rob them for their money. She admits to doing that. All right, and this is the post from 3 years ago that now is all over the internet, and people are talking about it, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Here's the clip. Let's check it out. Be honest with your thoughts and opinions. Let's run it.
I paid over $50,000 in studio time because you gotta pay good engineers, you gotta go to a good studio, and you gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Cause I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive. Like, I had to go strip. I had to go, oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel. And I drug niggas up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking handed to me, my nigga. Nothing. So for a bitch to motherfucking say that I don't deserve shit, that's when I know that they fucking bugging. Cause they do not fucking know the shit that I had to do so niggas could take me out. Cause nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to fucking help me, my nigga. Nobody. Yo, I paid over $50,000.
Nobody wanted to help you.
All right.
So you helped yourself.
So listening to that. So do we feel sorry?
Absolutely not.
See, and here's my thing. And I looked at a lot of the responses to her Instagram, and then she, when she saw the backlash that this was getting on social media, she came back with a statement. But I look at a lot of the responses from people. They're like, "Listen, I was pregnant, already had a child, I was homeless, I did this. I never had to resort to robbing men or drugging a man or whatever the case may be." Let's take this first call. Caller from the 646. State your name, where you calling from. You on the live and the side.
Yeah, I'm calling from the UK.
Yeah, you did that again with your little thing, so you use the same number, right?
Yeah.
Hang up.
I feel you, man.
I thought I'd be. You
thought it'd be
funny. How you guys doing anyway?
All right. So how you doing? You want to talk about the conversation?
Yeah. What's the conversation today?
Oh wow!
So I just jumped into the stream.
So you wasn't even listening to the show. All right. So yeah. So like we were saying, this is what I need to know from y'all, man. Real talk, right? We in a different climate right now. It's the hashtag Me Too era.
Exactly.
Right? And everything. So the big discussion is, if this was a man, there would be a movement to mute the music.
Mm-hmm.
There would be, there would be some type of prosecution, investigation put in place. Let's put an investigation in place, and this and that. We've seen it with Bill Cosby 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now Cardi B, and look, don't get me wrong. Listen, man, this bothers me because I like Cardi B. I actually like her. I'm a DJ. I run her music. I play her music. But now that this revelation came forward,
do we mute Cardi B?
Yeah, I'm saying this revelation came forward, and even though the post was just 3 years ago, so she was hot for what, 2 years? She's been out 2 years hot now?
Yeah, a little longer.
A little longer?
Yeah.
All right, so 3 years ago, she came out with this post. Now she's crying, she's upset in this post, and this is what I had to do, to pay for my studio time, to pay for good engineers.
Remember, she started bubbling after Love and Hip Hop, and that's been more than 3
years. Yeah.
So she publicly admitted on social media, and that's what we're talking about today, putting too much of your business on social media. So now she puts this on social media, right? And this was 3 years ago. She forgot about it. Now it comes back to haunt her. She admittedly said that she used to rob and drug guys.
Mm-hmm.
So now what do we do with that? Ladies, what do we do with that? So now, here's what I'm seeing on her post, right? On Cardi B's post. They got a lot of females saying, "We love you, sis. Keep your head up, sis. That's all right. We got your back, blah, 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 and this and this and that." Right? And then you see another group of females like, "Yo, That's wrong what she did. She needs to be prosecuted. She needs to be sued. I hope the guys come forward that she robbed and drugged. So now you see that other half, and a lot of dudes going in on it. A lot of people saying unfollow her, mute her music, this and this and that. What do we do with this? This is a female now. This is a female now. I want you to call in and give me your real opinion. Pamela Harris. Pamela Harris said, will she get the same treatment, shout out to Pamela, as Cosby when these men came forward? And that's the question, Pamela.
That's the question.
I'm glad you put it in there. Shout out to Denise Sparrow on the check-in, Nikki Owens, Derek Jones, Glenn Gray. I just want to give some shout-outs real quick. Lisa Sutton, Crystal Fendi, Styles Clark, Greg Booth, Ted, DJ Ted, Bird Johnson, Lottie Brown, and so on. And yeah, man, let's talk about this thing.
It's going to be interesting. Now that somebody, like, say one guy came out, and if more people come out, it's going to be interesting to see how people react to the victims coming out and saying this happened to me.
Because if she said she spent over 50 racks, that's a lot of robbing and drugging right there. I mean, it wasn't like it was one or two guys.
Yeah,
50 racks is a lot, to get out of jokers in the strip club. So, I mean, it's gonna get to a point. It's gonna get to a point as a DJ. If all this stuff really starts to come out in the entertainment industry, it's gonna get to a point where we're gonna have to start playing. Everybody. We're gonna have to start playing sounds of music at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's gonna be muted. You're not gonna be able to play any more music.
The one big thing they're gonna say the difference between her and Cosby is that they're gonna say, well, Cosby drugged them, and the women didn't necessarily want to have sex with him.
Can we read some? You got comments on you?
There's a chance. He's telling about his shows he got coming up, and he's about to hit the studio, lay some more music down.
What I would say is the difference. Not to cut you off, what I would say is the difference before is the fact that, like, so maybe they said they didn't want to have sex, but they all knew they were taking the drugs. In this case with Cardi, none of these jokers knew that they were getting drugs.
They're not gonna say all the women knew Cosby that they were taking drugs with Cosby, because some of them didn't know. They're claiming they didn't know. I'm saying what the facts, what we know of the case right now, he drugged people, and they might not have wanted to have sex with him. These people went with Cardi to the hotel with the explicit of a sex for money transaction. So that's where people are going to say it's a difference.
Yeah, but see,
so you can't rape somebody who's willingly going with you to have sex.
But the thing is, it's not about the rape. It's about the drugging and robbing.
No, I'm just saying why people are going to say that that's where they're putting the difference between Cosby and Cardi's situation.
Caller from the 609. State your name when you call it from. You're on the Live in the Cypher show. What's up?
Yo, no, man. Paul Scott, BOP. What's up, man?
Oh,
peace.
Paul Scott, legendary Paul Scott. Salute, peace and blessings, family. What's good?
Man, you believe this story?
Do I believe it about what? Cardi?
Yeah.
She said it.
She said it out of her mouth. She said it out of her own. Did you see the clip we ran?
Man, yo, brothers, y'all know we live in the era that people say things to get hits, to get people to pay attention. Look at the Smollett situation.
Right.
He said that, he was robbed, blah, blah, blah. And all to get publicity. So that's the era that we living in. We living in the era that people say dumb stuff. Look at our president. Look at him.
But
she said this 3 years ago when she started bubbling, because she was already starting to bubble after Love and Hip Hop. So she was getting the notoriety. Yeah. And she just didn't have to say that. All she had to say was I did things. She could have just stopped there saying I was a stripper. Yeah. And that was it. And I had to do things for money. Why didn't she stop there?
Yeah, but on the real, who does that today? Today, everybody gotta one up each other. So you gotta say something sensational to make your story seem hyper than the next person.
See, but you know what?
And we got the person sitting in the White House, you know what I mean, that say dumb stuff all day just to get people to pay attention to.
And you know what, Paul? you're absolutely right. But she admittedly said that she said these things, and this is what she did. And she's like, now she's saying, I wasn't proud of what I did, but this is what I did. And I'm about to read her statement, and I'm about to show her statement on the screen that she actually admitted to.
And you gotta look at the climate that she was in, where she was doing at the time. She was a stripper. I don't know how much time you might have spent in and out of a strip club, but back in my day, I spent a lot of times. So I spoke to a lot. I knew a lot of the dancers, and I could tell you that what she was doing is not an uncommon thing. A lot of dancers used to rob jokers. They just set jokers up. You know what I'm saying? And if you were caught slipping, you got caught slipping.
Yeah, I got robbed one time.
Did you?
I got robbed in the club by this. What was the real big, gigantic?
I know you talk about that. I know you talk.
Yeah. The real big, gigantic.
She robbed you?
Yeah. She robbed. She took $40 out my back pocket.
Wow.
And she wouldn't give it back.
Yeah, I do feel that though, because one night, down in Newark they cleaned it up, but back down in Newark it used to be the Stroh.
Yeah.
You can either go down by the Zanzibar,
yes, sir,
or you can come back up north going towards 1 and 9, and it was the Stroh.
It was all.
So one night I'm out there, looking around. So this girl is in my car, and I was just thinking about this the other day. And I caught the chick in my pocket, while she's like playing with me.
Wow.
So I do get that back in the days, certain people did certain things. But on the real, if it's true, that she did do that, look, she shouldn't be no different than anybody else that, did the same thing, whether it be Bill Cosby or, whoever. Yeah. I mean, bottom line, if it's true, and if you got real people that was violated,
right?
Then, I say what's good for the goose is what's good for the gander. She should be investigated in that case.
And that's what I want to talk about, Paul, because listen, and this right now is going to show
it can't work one
the
way.
Integrity and the validity
of the Me
Too movement.
Exactly.
Right now, because the same way you came for Bill and everything, and I hate the fact that I'm talking about this because I like Cardi.
Yeah.
But now that this thing resurfaced and she admitted to it.
Don't leave no drink around her.
All right. The thing is, she admitted to drugs.
But the thing is, like her or not, if she's guilty, man, she's guilty.
Exactly. If she's guilty, she's guilty. Glenn Gray said what Cosby did was a common thing.
Is a common thing. I mean, it still happens.
Is a common thing.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it still happened. But listen, it happens.
Cardi too.
But yes, what Cardi did is a common thing. There are women. There are women, and this is not limited to minorities.
No.
There are women that are in that lifestyle that set men up, get them robbed at hotels, that they wake up in handcuffs, or they wake up tied up, or they wake up drugged up, or whatever like that, and all their belongings are gone.
Yeah.
So this is not no new thing, but because now it's this mega Grammy award winning superstar
who dry snitched on herself.
She shot herself in the foot, bro. So I wouldn't be surprised if next week we all looking at the news, seeing that Pepsi pulled their endorsement.
Pepsi definitely pulled.
All right,
but check this out though. How many brothers that's going to come forth and admit to be? You know what I'm saying? How many brothers, real dudes that's going to come again, man, I was violated by Cardi B. You know what I mean? If it's some real money behind it, now I might can see that. But, if it's really nothing behind it, how many brothers that's going to come forth and admit to being, getting got by Cardi B?
But you know what, Paul?
I seen a couple today.
There's already one that came forth and actually said they was raped, robbed, and drugged.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying. Now, watch in the next couple of days.
Yeah, some guy named Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith. Okay,
that was the name. Yeah.
Go ahead, Fuse.
That was one. This site is terrible because it keeps having all these pop-ups.
His name is Kevin Smith. He came forward already.
Yeah, he claimed that Cardi B robbed him around 5 years ago, and that she stole his iPod Touch, his Louis Vuitton belt, and $850.
He woke up. He said the only thing he remembered he had a drink. She was twerking on him. The next thing he remembered, he woke up. There was a used condom on the ground, and she stole his money, his Louis belt, and his iPad Touch.
Now,
and he said he didn't say anything back then because one, he had a fiance at the time, so he didn't want her to know, and he didn't know, he didn't think nobody was gonna believe him. But now, since she done dry snitched on herself, you know what I'm saying, and he has pictures of himself and her in the strip club.
Now, it shout out to Pamela Harris, but Pamela Harris said, yeah, they want their payday. Talking about the guys that's coming forward now.
Right.
But don't that sound familiar,
Doesn't
Pamela?
sound real familiar.
Don't that sound familiar?
All right. Norm, mark my words. Guarantee you, ain't nothing gonna happen to Cardi B, dude. Guarantee you, ain't nothing gonna happen to her. I got your number in my phone. If something happened to her, bro, I'm calling you back. But ain't nothing gonna happen to that woman, dude. Because it's a double standard, man. It's a double standard, yo, I'm telling you.
According to
ain't nothing gonna happen to the dude, man. It's gonna, you know what? It would take like a slew of dudes that's willing to stand up and say that happened to him for them to even look at that, man.
Cosby
for them to even look at it.
Cosby got
I'm
convicted
telling you, trust me when I tell you. Think about it.
Right.
It's not on the news. It's not on CNN right now. It's not on Fox. It's not on MSNBC.
No,
it's not even on ABC or NBC.
Right.
No, it actually was. I think I did see it on the news clip.
Yeah,
it was on the news.
Yeah. And according to the state of New York, statute of limitations means Smith still is able to press charges regardless of the incident being 5 years ago.
Yeah, because that's not long. That's what I'm going to say. It couldn't have been too long. I would say I already figured that the statute
things are long. It's like 7 years for some
things,
10
exactly.
years. So if he presses charges, then this is going to be dragged through the courts.
So here's my.
All right, but check this out. Who's bigger, Smollett or Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Who's
Cardi
bigger
B's.
between the two? Cardi B, right?
Cardi B, yeah.
So where's the hoopla?
Because you know what? Because Smollett's victim was himself.
Exactly. Yeah.
A Cardi B victim is somebody else. You got a victim in Cardi B thing.
Victims.
So Smollet he beat himself up. He lied about the whole thing. He ain't no other victims. That's the difference.
That would even make her story bigger right now. And I'm saying, why is it not bigger?
If Joker start coming out the woodworks, trust and believe, it's going to be a huge story.
This is a huge story, man.
It is a huge story.
It's on Billboard.
Yes.
It's on It's in UK. It's on MTV News.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge, and it's going to grow. It's going to grow. And
nobody cares about TV news no more.
Check this out, though. I just picked up my phone. I strolled Facebook. I found, I seen Norm and the brothers sitting there. It's my first time hearing it.
Really?
This is my first time hearing it, dude. I have,
it's been all over.
And I watch TV. I watch MSNBC and some CNN, but more MSNBC all, practically not all day, but like when I get off of work, I'm there. I watch Roland Martin every day.
It's on.
I haven't heard Roland mention it once.
I'm gonna tell you right now. It's on BBC News online. It's on CNN News. CNN.com. It's on BBC.com. It's on FoxNews.com.
Or Fox 1 or 2. Where I seen it.
It's on HuffingtonPost.com. This is all over the place, man.
It is. Wow, well, I don't understand why I'm just now hearing it on BKS radio.
Now, and whether they talk about it on the TV is another thing because they got so much other
I'm
things.
just hearing it. I'm just hearing it. When I picked up my phone and just strolled Facebook, I'm just hearing it. So, and I'm not saying that it's not true, but it's gonna take a whole lot. Like I said, it's gonna take about like the Cosby situation where he had like how many women it was, like 40, 50 women. It's going to take like 40 or 50 brothers to make that thing blow up on that level.
There was no video, fam. There was no video of self-admission with Bill Cosby or R. Kelly of self-admission.
And then they pulled up that one interview with Bill Cosby where he said, he mentioned it in an interview, and they pulled that clip up from a long time ago on him.
Right. So are you watching us live right now, or are you just listening?
No, I'm on the phone now, so
All right, so
about
when you
to roll out and get my son from work. But
I'm going to
that's amazing that I haven't heard the story, and I do stay glued to certain media. I do stay glued to, but that just says something to me. That says that until you get the magnitude of brothers that's willing to come forth and admit it, but that's going to be hard because dudes is just they have too much pride, you know, to
already
be
started, bro.
to admit unless it's a monetary gain.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. That's the reason why it won't be hard is because of the fact that she is a superstar now and she's worth millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
So they get their money back plus.
See, but see, you know what? And I'm so glad Paul called in. Because you hear what he keeps saying? It's so hard to believe about this, and it's hard to believe. That's the general consensus when it is a female, superstar. When it's a female superstar. Now this is gonna be a paradigm shift. Hear me out. It's gonna be a paradigm shift just because of this alone, bro. And I guarantee you right now that the CNNs and the NSNBCs, all that, whatever, they're gonna flock to this because listen, she won all these Grammys.
Yeah.
You know, she's bigger in the past 2 years, she's been bigger than life in all of this. And this was a self-admission of what she used to do.
Yeah.
So now what this is gonna do as us as a people is gonna challenge us as a people as far as our forgiving spirit and America being built on second chances. All right? Second chances, because think about it, right? Mike Tyson right now is making a good living acting now, right? And doing his thing and making public appearances.
Yeah.
And he got his one-man show that
Down
he
in-
still does.
down in Vegas, I think.
Around the world.
Yeah.
He's out in Vegas or whatever like that. So now we know Mike Tyson was charged with rape and this and this and that. But he did his time and he bounced
And
back.
that's horrible that he had to do that.
No, but he did his time and he bounced back. So now, with the climate that we're in now, with the hashtag Me Too, this happened. This Me Too movement is really basically about men.
Yes.
I think you're going to see I think you're going to see more of a double standard on this one, though, because I think when the women cry, you know, you get more attention when women are crying than really than you do when men are crying.
That's a fact. You're right. That's a fact.
And shout out to
I mean, think about it. You know what I mean? I mean, look at the dudes that claim now they claiming that Michael Jackson, you know, molested them after they stood up for him. How fast did that come and go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came and went.
But also came and went because they had conflicting stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
There's nothing conflicting out of this.
and in our modern time, when do we see where dudes are crying about being molested or about some type of violation against a person, unless it's civil? When do we see dudes' stories thinking about they were raped and or blah blah blah, or they were molested? I mean, even when you look at the priests and how they molested little boys, I mean, even those stories, they come and go. They don't stay as long as as long as R. Kelly,
but
I can't really think in modern history where a woman was molesting or doing harm or drugging a guy, being in the media and staying that long. If it comes and it goes. It don't really stick. It don't really stay like that long.
You know what?
It's gonna be interesting to see for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree to it. It's going to be very interesting. And as far as these stories now, you got to understand the climate we're in right now. People not playing no more, right? It's a different era we live in right now. They're coming after these priests, the Catholic priests. Finally, finally, are they changing the laws? Finally, they're changing statutes and limitations of when reporting these incidents. Finally, but now, here again, here's the dynamic. Now you're talking again about a female superstar in her own self-admission, bro, and that's where right now, trust me, like she knows there's going to be a lot of heat. People have turned the tide. People that love Cardi B, they turn the tide, and they're like, look, it was wrong what you used to do. All right, but think about it though. Think about it, Paul. Think about it, Fuse. Think about whatever. So when we were younger, we used to do a lot of things that we weren't proud of.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Let's be honest. A lot of us did a lot of things we weren't proud of back in the day. We grew, we matured, whatever. So does society have a forgiving spirit and realizes that, listen, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody can grow, correct the mistakes they make, and become a better person. All right, and do we need to get to that point? Because for her to have a self-admission like this on a worldwide platform to say, I used to do these things, but this is not me anymore, can we accept that now and say, you know what? I did things too, and it's not me anymore, and I'm a different person, and I'm a better person.
It all depends on what you did that you saying I grew from. You grew from drugging and robbing people. There's moral lines that people are going to be like, yeah, you grew, but that still doesn't negate the fact that what you did was just over the line. I killed somebody when I was 15, but I grew and I'm a better person now. Then where's the level that you say I'm all right? I'm gonna say he's better and then move on from it.
All right, so
you just can't tell the world everything.
Yeah, okay.
But going back to Cardi B though,
right?
I mean, what I'm trying to figure out is what's in it for her to admit it. That's the part that I don't get. She was caught up because obviously she had to do it. She had to come out and admit it for some reason. Nobody put a gun in her head. I'm quite sure. Say like, or threaten her like either you say this or or we're going to expose it. So can you speak to that? What's in it for her to come out at this time to admit that she did these things?
It was 3 years ago, and people were questioning now how she made it and whether she worked hard or whether things were given to her. And then she was going on stating that nothing was given to her. She had to work for everything she got, and then she ran down a list of things she did to fund the studio time and to be able to survive. Yeah. And in that midst of describing what she did, she just came out with everything she did.
Right, Paul. Do me a favor, man. Check out our Facebook Live. I'm gonna run her video with the self-admission. I'm going to run that again.
It answers all your questions.
And that's going to answer all your questions, and then I'm going to run her statement. All right, my brother?
Yeah, I'm going to do that, man. I'm picking my boy up from, his job. So, let me see if I can, when I park, I can just, in less than a minute, I'm going to tune back in. And I'll see if I can get a chance.
Well, we appreciate it.
Hey, man, thanks for the call. Good combo, man. But if it really blow up, man, I'm calling you back.
All right, my dude.
You can always catch the rerun, too, because the video will be out.
Peace out.
Peace. Listen, phone lines are open. You can call in 646-233-1302. You already know where you at. The Live in the Cypher Show, BKS on radio, man. We're talking about this thing about people putting too much of their business on social media and the Cardi B backlash.
And
man.
I went and looked. He says it's not leg, but like I said, it's on Los Angeles Times, AOL.com.
Every radio station talking about it.
It's everywhere. It's on ABC7.com.
Yes.
It's Billboard, Vox. It's over. It's going places.
And I'm telling you right now. So I'm gonna run this video again. All right. And this is somebody of their own free will talking about their business and their past on social media, which a lot of us do, and a lot of us are guilty of. Everything. This one happens to be a superstar. It's Cardi B, and it's what she said 3 years ago. And then she came back to defend herself, and I'm gonna show y'all her statement, and we'll read it to y'all. All right, let's watch this video again and listen closely, people, what she admits to.
I paid over $50,000 in studio time because you gotta pay good engineers, you gotta go to a good studio, and you gotta put in that bread. I did it with my money. So for a bitch to say that I don't motherfucking deserve it because I don't put in no fucking work, now that's when I feel like niggas is bugging. Cause I did it myself. Niggas must have forgot, my nigga, the shit that I did to motherfucking survive.
a little a tip and FYI.
Go ahead.
If you're starting to talk too much and you're starting to get emotional and things feel like it's just stop. Once your emotions start going, and she could have just stopped and said, "I stripped and I used to
tried to do things I didn't want to do.
Things I didn't want to do,
Yeah.
and I had to get my money." You could have left it at that. Like your mind wasn't thinking clearly at that point, and now it's just coming back to bite you.
This that Paul?
Caller from the 914 station name. When you calling from, you on the live in the Cypher Show. What's good?
Man, that sound like my brother Storm and Norm.
What's
Peace,
good, my
peace,
dude?
peace.
What's up,
Salute.
baby?
What's up, fellas?
What's
Chilling,
going on,
man.
man? Right? Hey, AB, you know what we talking about right now? We talking about that Cardi B situation, man. It's going buck wild right now. It's going crazy.
What happened, man? I missed that, man.
Now, she admitted 3 years ago, a video surfaced that she admitted that she used to drug and rob guys for money so she could pay for her studio time. She used to drug them and rob them to pay for her studio time. She admitted that.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's this huge backlash. People saying hashtag surviving Cardi B, hashtag mute Cardi B, unfollow her. We shouldn't support her or whatever like that because of what she admitted to 3 years ago on a videotape. So now they're comparing her. They're making comparisons to her with Bill Cosby and other people.
But you know what it is, man. I say this, man. It's coming to a point where, you know, you can't say nothing or anything you did in your past is going to come up. You know what I mean? That's why, like I tell people, my past, I throw it out there where nobody can say they didn't know. You know what I mean? Where it don't be no surprises. You know, that's just like meeting a woman and you tell her, listen, sweetheart, I'm telling you straight up, I had 30 years in the penitentiary, so I'm just giving you a heads up where nobody else can come and tell you this. So now it's to a point where everything, any artist is getting that kind of money. The target. If they don't feel, and it's sad to say no, where it's so many people that get opportunities, and we have this conversation. They get to a point where their head is so extra large, and the people around them, the humble they be, they don't worry about things coming out, man, because people say, yo, nah, we ain't gonna do this, man. We ain't gonna blow this up. Let that go. But what that is just somebody that wanted to be in her position, wanted to be somewhere, and they trying to get a check. And that's all that is, man. It's like 3 years you admit to something, so you got to ask your camp who put that video out.
Yeah. Well, it was a live video.
It's on her Instagram page.
It's on her page.
It's on her page. Herself. She put it out herself.
But you're right. Somebody dug it up to make it resurface now. But that was something she put out herself 3 years ago. I guess nobody thought nothing of it at the time. But she wasn't the Cardi B 3 years ago that she is now. So now that she's like we said, she's Grammy, award-winning Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? To put out something like that, is damaging. Like I said, I already know Pepsi gonna pull endorsements. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people calling the muter and this, that, and the third. My thing is this: I get it. She wanted to prove a point because this where people get it messed up. They get too involved in what people think or say about them, and that's basically what that whole rant that she did was about. Because people say, I don't deserve it, but let me tell you what I did to get here to show you that I deserve it. Like you ain't had to tell nobody nothing. She basically just dry snitched on herself because she was in her feelings about something somebody said. So now. Yeah, she was in her feelings. She really gonna be in her feelings because now pretty much everything that she done built is about to be taken away from her. I can almost guarantee you that.
Yeah. And look, and people saying, look, I get the whole thing, like, yeah, but men is different. Like she's saying she did this to a man, whatever is different. If it was a man, listen, man, that double standard thing, whole double standard thing has to die. It has to stop. It has to stop. So if it's going to be like this for one, it got to be like that for the other. You know, I mean, whole careers. We're watching whole careers of our icons and people that we idolize. All this be totally ruined,
being destroyed
based on past situations. So the whole ideal of this country, America, is about second chances and all this. It's a bunch of BS. So if you look at the history of the Rockefellers, the history of the Kennedys, and all of this and stuff that they've done, and they still was able to become successful, famous people, and keep that without nothing being taken away from them. All right, so that's the double standard that we deal with in America. But now we're talking about drugging and robbing somebody. With Bill Cosby, we're talking about drugging and allegedly raping somebody. You know what I'm saying? So now if Bill is doing time for what he did, does Cardi B do time for what she did? Does she get a pass? I'm asking you, AB, does she get a pass?
You know what it is? They're going to look at it this way. Right now, it's probably going to go to hush-hush, because you look at it this way. T.I. got a pass. T.I. got a pass.
T.I. also did time for his pass.
He went to jail. Yeah.
No. He got a pass, because let me ask you something. If you would have got caught with 5 silencers, and all that in your house, storming normally doing life with no parole.
Yeah, you're right, because it's illegal.
Yeah, but we know people with money get treated differently. That's not nothing. That's how it is.
Yeah. People,
so what we need to do, and it's not going to happen till it happens to them, and then now they want to get involved with it, right? What we need to do, and I said this one day on my live, everybody was happy that, black community, all these people, everybody was happy about Bill Cosby going to jail. And I said this. I said, what y'all doing is, y'all want that to happen. Y'all open a can of worms where they could come back to your uncle, your father, your great-grandmother, or whatever, 30 years from now, whatever they did, right or wrong, because Bill Cosby wasn't the only one doing what he did, as they say he did.
Facts.
So now they open the door where they lock Bill Cosby. Now, everything that come back from Cardi B, say she did this 3 years, R. Kelly did this 15 years, they open the door where they could go back and judge them from 3 to 50 years, what they did. But at the end of the day, this is the catch. That law is for black only. This law they doing right now is for like the crack law. Man. Not for the white. The whites get caught with crack. It's not for them. It's a handshake. Mm-hmm. Just like the Kennedys, all of them. It's a handshake. So we sit there and promote it and make sure Cardi B go to jail. We don't sit back and say, how are we going to change this, because ain't nobody still to this day. They never got caught when Biggie got killed, Tupac got killed. They never came around and had a question for that.
Facts.
But they could put everything else. They can't get a question on why did they kill Bill Cosby's son on that highway, because it was a hit.
You know what?
So,
I agree with you. I agree with that.
So what we got to do is, as media, as social media, whatever, we got to dead that law, because guess what? Every artist right now, that's why if you sit back and listen to everybody on Instagram is an A-list artist, especially dudes, saying, oh, we need to get together, we need to do this, because they next.
Yeah, but you know what? And I'm gonna clap that up because I truly agree with what you're saying. As far as I know, a lot of people like, damn, I'm next or whatever like that, and they think
Jokers
about
are
their
scared.
Let me tell you something right now. 90% of the entertainment industry, all right,
should be scared.
Should be scared or whatever like that, because all of us got certain things. A lot of people, come on, man, we did a lot of things when we were younger.
Yeah.
All right, we were young, dumb, and full of you know the
like,
statement. So my thing is, bro, is like, listen, it gotta be to some point to where as we say, look, listen, all right, this is not the same person, that they was 20 years ago or 30 years ago or whatever. And again, and it goes on the level, like you was saying, like, of course, if it was murder or something like that, or some rape, of course.
It all depends on who's more accomplished, what they feel they can look past.
Right. And my thing is like, and you can't just give a pass to one and not give a pass to another, and we got to get to a point to where it's like, if this country's built on second chances. So listen, if you got a dope charge from 20 years ago or whatever, you did your time, and then you got out,
shouldn't affect you now.
It should be.
I
thought it was all about rehabilitation, right?
Yeah.
Listen to that word, rehabilitation. That's what I thought it was all about. So if it's not about that, let this country say it's not really about rehabilitation or whatever like that. We never going to allow you back into society. You messed up, you effed up, and so forever you're going to have to wear this.
Yeah.
Or that I messed up, I've been rehabilitated, and now I could be a productive, active member of society. Which is it? We got to get to that point where we're like, which is it? What's it going to be?
You're let back out into society, but then there's a private business that's going to have to hire you. That's on the person who's doing the hiring.
Yeah,
but it's the people who sit there and whether they feel that they can trust you because of what you went to jail for.
Well, this is the thing. And this is how that system's working. I get what you're saying. It should work like this. Like, whatever you do, of course, there's going to need to be a record of it. But as far as when it comes to employment and moving forward, like, none of that stuff should be privy to anybody.
Nah.
If you get arrested again for something else,
nah,
you know what I'm saying? Now the court should have the information. I mean, cause
if I got a financial company and you got locked up for stealing, I need to know this information before I decide, yes, I'm hiring for my financial company, and you're going to be involved.
Well, that makes sense.
Yes, you should. There's some information needs to be involved. You need to be privy to before you hire somebody.
But if you got locked up for drugs,
and if you got say you run a daycare and a dude got locked up for molesting the kid, you shouldn't know that information.
No, it's different.
No, it's not different. You saying if they locked up, there shouldn't be information. So you got to have it all or none.
But you know what? The sad part about that right there. You gotta remember this, right? And I'm saying this because I don't know. Have you or you're not? You never been? Yo, let me explain. The average white person in America. Remember this. This is you got to remember they got a different system and a different jail for the white Jew, this and that. But it's people that you just said that. They steal. White people steal. They sell drugs.
A lot.
They do everything. But at the end of the day, it's a different outlook. It's a different look for them. Even like this.
And they get different chances.
A person could commit a crime in Canada and come into America. No problem.
But not the opposite.
Person that commit a crime in America can't get in Canada.
Nope.
Why is that? And and I'm saying this, and it's sad to say where they have, like, I didn't see the show on BET, but it's like you have all these people that want to talk about prison, never been to prison, but people that been to prison, the real ones ain't afraid to speak about it.
Right.
They don't want to talk to. Like me, like I say, prison ain't nothing. It ain't to get your mind right. It ain't to help you. It's there to put you in there to get trapped off, to go in there. You got some people that go in there with 6 months, wind up with 5 years.
It's in there. It's just basically there to punish.
It's no different from the street. So then they got a place called Unicor. That's the that's the factory where they put all these dudes in there to work, to build the desks, build bulletproof vests, make everything that, that's why you see a lot of business going out, and that's why they want to put everything on line, because most of the stuff is made from the BOP, the prison. The license plates that you got is made from prison.
Yep.
Clothes, a lot of things made in prison.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought those points up, man. And listen. Shout out to everybody on check-in. Our phone lines are open. You can call in. And we're talking about tonight, man, just people putting too much of their business on social media, and the backlash from putting too much of your business on social media. You got to watch what you post and what you put up there. Everybody doing things for likes and views, man, and all of that, and they're getting incriminated, and they're getting charges. They get that knock at the door from the feds or law enforcement or whatever, and wonder why. Because people want likes and views.
Stop putting it on for strangers.
Yeah.
Strangers don't care about you.
Yeah, strangers don't care about you. And then your enemies, your haters
against you,
that are watching what you post are like, oh, you're going to post that? Let me send this link to such and such. And let me send this link to such and such. You don't know who ran that video back that Cardi B posted on her own Instagram. You don't know who copied that and ran that back. It could be somebody right in her camp that just hating on her or don't like her. You don't know this. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be careful of what you put out there. And it goes back to the old saying, real bad boys move in silence.
Keep your mouth shut.
But and then another thing is, I'm going to say this. See, Bill Cosby, even though Cardi B is on this status or whatever, but Bill Cosby had everybody wanted him because he wanted to own a network. Cardi B is, right now is on fire, whatever, social media, everybody attacking everything now because of Donald Trump and the rest of these people out here. But at the end of the day, the person that she robbed and drugged, whatever, if they don't come on board, she could just say, I just did that to see how would it go. You know what I mean? So even she said it, but if she can't, if dudes don't come and say, yo, she got me and this and that, and ain't got proof, it's just conversation. She could say, I just said it to see what they were going to do.
Well, there is 2 guys who came forward and said that they believe she did it to him.
Yeah, they already started coming forward, bro. Yeah. So it don't look that good. It don't look good for her right now, and it's funny because I never seen her be this quiet on social media. As far as her posting and everything like that. Like she's nervous because
should be.
And think about it. She had a hot 2-year run, or like you said, longer than 2 years, 3-year run, whatever. Starting with VH1 with Love and Hip Hop, and then she started with the whole Bodak Yellow joint, which blew out of proportion, went crazy, and then she became this mega superstar. Now she got films, she got movies coming out right now.
Yeah,
she got she's supposed to be doing a movie with J-Lo,
basically mirroring something like this. Actually,
with J-Lo, and I forgot who Usher's in it and everything. She's supposed to be Keke Palmer. She's in it. And it's
all
about
these companies are probably shaking their head like, man.
It's called Hustle.
It's
called Hustle. It's about the strip life.
Yeah.
The movie's called Hustle.
So basically,
so I know she's right now.
It's an autobiography.
No, she's probably like freaking out right now. Like, damn. And now these companies and these movie networks are like, oh my god,
they talking.
This is crazy right now. Whatever. Now for the movie. It probably this is good publicity for the movie.
Exactly.
For her endorsements like Pepsi and all the other things she's involved in, people may pull back. People scared of the heat. People not going to ride with you too much. And this is why I rock
one
with
thing she better just hope the movie is shot already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is why I
If
rock
it ain't
with a
shot
company.
yet, then they could be like,
It still might try to pull apart.
if it's shot, if it's shot and she's if she's a big character in there, it's too much to go back and reshoot and put another actor or actress or whatever. But if it's not shot yet, then they're gonna sit back and look at the backlash and see how big a steam this picks up.
Right. This is why I rock with a company like Nike. Because Nike will stand by
they ride by
you
the
for
people
a
for a
hot
little
second.
minute. Yeah.
Whatever. Let me see what, until this blow or whatever. And how they stood by Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
I salute them. I rock with Nike. And you can't tell me nothing about Nike. Even though I know, of course, they got a financial investment.
Yeah.
And there's a monetary interest for certain things they do or whatever. But they still roll with them when everybody else, the big dogs was against them.
I'm thinking I'll give them more credit than that, because whether Nike rolled with Kaepernick or didn't roll with Kaepernick, Nike still was going to be good.
Yeah.
So they rolled with him because they felt that's what they wanted to do. It wasn't like it was Under Armour or a smaller name company who was looking to say, all right, we're going to try to capitalize on this. Nike was good regardless.
Great.
Right about that.
So I think by them saying we're still sticking with you is more saying that this is what we believe, and we believe in you as what you're doing. We're going to stick with you, because if they cut them, their prices wouldn't have dropped. They kept them.
The stock shot up.
No doubt. Yo, AB, man, thanks for calling in, fam.
Definitely appreciate you, man.
You already know, my dude. You already know, man. Yo, send me them new joints. Yo, send me them new joints on Drag On. We need that.
I sent you the freestyle. Emailed it to you.
Okay, all right.
That freestyle is crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get to that tonight, my dude. But keep it locked, man. Check. No doubt. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Yeah. So now let's go into the statement. Shout out to those that's joining us. We're talking about the whole Cardi B with her self-admission that she used to drug and rob people. She put that on social media, and they found the post from 3 years ago or whatever. And
Great thing is, man, having everything at your fingertips is a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, you long before all this social media and your phone, you can live stuff in there. Getting stuff out was not easy.
Yeah. Now it's too easy.
Now it's just I can just put it out. The person can put it. And this is like a PR department's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Is that we got clients who got access to millions of people at the drop of their hand, whether they were they drinking, were they smoking, what mind state were they in, what emotional state we're in, but they can get access to all their followers in 1 second, and we can't control it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you couldn't. I had to go do an interview somewhere. You had to go on TV, and it wasn't going to happen. They could control more of what you did and what got out to the public. Now it's like you can't stop your artists waking up 2 in the morning and they in their feelings and just start talking on live, and
but you know
all of a
what,
sudden
though?
they say something that they ain't supposed to say.
The fact that it was 3 years ago, I think, man, I don't know. I was going to say, because if you look at Cardi B, like I said, there's other things you could pull up if you Google. Like I said, there's pictures of her at the strip club, like half naked. There's pictures
But that ain't no that's a victimless crime.
No,
She's just stripping.
But I'm just saying, as far as like endorsements, because I mean, she's kind of I don't really want to call it sketchy, but a sketchy person. You know what I'm saying? Because of her past.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? For some companies might not even want to touch that.
But everybody likes that rags that I came from this lifestyle and I made something better of myself. So they love that run, but not that I had to have a crime and I have a victim now.
Yeah.
And I got there because of this.
No doubt.
Right.
Caller from the 404. State your name. Where you calling from, man? You're in the live in the CIPHER show.
It's a troublemaker. What's happening? What's happening, fellas?
What's good,
What's up,
Cass?
troublemaker? What's going on,
Peace.
man?
Now, I'll be there next Friday for sure.
No doubt.
But
Talk to me.
the thing about Cardi B is, I'm talking about, she shot herself in the foot, for one. For two, like my man to your left, he was saying that there's no damage control that they can do for that. There's nothing that they can do.
Yeah.
Because now it's out there.
It could go either way, because like P said, it happened 3 years ago, but there's no statute of limitations on it.
Yeah.
And if people come forward, we're looking at another show like R. Kelly, because people jump on the bandwagon even if they wasn't even doing it. How they gonna prove it?
But see,
now you're just fighting it.
But here's the flip side. But see, people knew this already. So, and my thing is, it's all about the money and how marketable you are, whatever like that. Because I'm quite sure Cardi admits that I'm affiliated with the Bloods. She admitted that, right? So I'm affiliated with the gang, the Bloods, whatever. I admit I was a stripper. Yeah, I used to strip, whatever. There's still video of her on porn sites.
Yeah, exactly.
All over on porn sites, whatever. So it's not like it's no secret. All right. So we know this with anybody that's in the game, the hip hop game. So people really want to start digging, and we're going to start destroying people's career based on their past or whatever like that. That to me, that's kind of crazy. So you look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a self-admitted drug dealer, right? I admit, I used to sell drugs. I used to do this. I used to do that. Talked about it in his early rhymes.
Yeah.
Now, again, that's the culture, but that is the culture of hip hop. So you're talking about hip hop is rags to riches stories.
True.
Anybody successful in hip hop, it's a rags to riches story. So
it's not just hip hop though. I'm talking about this goes all the way up the flagpole, right? I'm talking about even the president of the United States' wife was taking new pictures.
Exactly. His
So
wife
it
was
really just don't matter no more.
Yeah,
It
right.
just don't matter. I'm talking now in respect and in retrospect, that's something never heard of. No first lady would be sitting there posing naked.
Exactly.
Now,
Especially
like
not
he
a
was saying,
woman on
it's
woman.
a double-edged sword where it's good for a man to do something, but it's not good for a woman to do something. Now, when a man was in presidencies, they were screwing everybody.
right.
But if a woman do it, no, she can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, and see that's what I'm saying, man. Like you can't have one type of discipline for one and not for the other. And this is what this thing is. I'm very, and just like Paul.
But that's what America's built on, though.
Yeah, but just like
inconsistencies.
But yeah, exactly. But just like Paul said when he called in, he's like, I'm going to be very interested to see how this plays out. Like right now, trust me, I know right now it's like, damn, how do we diffuse this? Because we got all this invested into Cardi B. And listen, a lot of companies starting to fail because right now everything is geared towards women empowerment and women this and women that, whatever like that. Because, but see, you know why though? Because with this whole era, with the Me Too movement and this whole atmosphere right now of great men and famous men being taken down, it's more lucrative to invest into women, and it's more lucrative to market women. Now you got somebody like Cardi B, and they ready to go ham with Cardi B. Like, yeah, we're gonna put this into her. We're gonna put her in this endorsement and that. Now a woman has done some of the things that a lot of these great men, successful, famous men, have been accused of. Where do we go with
that's
this?
Just like, okay,
everybody's stuck right now.
That's just like, now you're a man, right? A woman comes smack in the face, right? She can go ahead and walk with that. But if she keep on doing it and she jump into a man's position, she deserves to get smacked the hell down or punched in the face. I don't hit on women, I don't condone it. But I'm like this: if you jump in a man's position, you deserve to get what a man gets. If you're supposed to be portrayed as pure, because women is the female persuasion is considered pure, no matter what garbage they do. We know they do shit, but they are portrayed as pure, and they are going to market that. They're going to market that because they know they're going to make money. But Cardi B jumped into a man's position to be doing dirty stuff, and she should know better than to put her business out on Rock Avenue and Front Street.
Yeah.
Point blank.
No doubt, man. Hey, Troublemaker, as always, we appreciate you calling in, man. And you know we're gonna be back tomorrow morning with the heat.
Oh yeah, and one more thing, man, I think this thing with Cardi B is gonna go down that road the same as R. Kelly. I put my whole $12 on my EBT card on that one.
All right, we'll see what happens, man. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate you, brother. All right.
I'll see y'all next Friday.
No doubt, bro. No doubt.
I think that will be what's going to if more people come out, that'll be the catalyst to the end.
Caller from the 6336, state your name, where you calling from.
All right, what to do? It's your boy Chance, St. Louis, Missouri.
Chance,
What's up, Chance? What's going on?
Missouri on the check-in. What's good, fam? What's going on, man? What's on your mind?
Not much. I was just calling in to pay my respects to Ghost and you, the General, and Smooth P, and everybody at BKS1, my newfound family.
We appreciate you,
man.
And, appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
And do what I usually always do, spit a little something for y'all.
Let's get it, man.
We need that right now. We need that.
This is the Live in the Cypher show. It's about hip hop. Go ahead, man. Spit your hot 16 for the world to hear. What's good?
All right, yeah. A change is what I'm trying to live out. Make a difference before I finish, cause I'm tired of this style. Throwing bows because of my image, get convicted in trial. Growing old, feel all alone, this world's beating me down. Tell me what else could I say? Because I'm deep in the game, can't lose my grip until I'm gripping some change. I got a shorty on the way. My homie's getting watched, but I'm naughty till I hit the grid. The Nina stay by my side, spend 50 on getting dank. I'm blunted and mixing drinks to wash away this mental case, so I'm dumping them in the lake. The pressure builds, but I feel I'm hard to kill, so look out or guard your grill, cause I'm pressing to get a meal. I ask one more time. Let's get back to the fact that I try. Back to the fact that I'm still alive and yet I'm ready to die. There was misery, felt the stupidity of motherfuckers around who used to mention me. Now they frowning against me. You see, your family's the enemy, and I'll be damned if I'm a casualty of suffering till I'm 6 feet in the grave. Never see me the same. I'm pressed on changing things and trying to better my way. I gotta see the fee, bills to pay, and a diamond to spot. So I'ma hustle on the block to face a life in the cage. It make no sense to me. I'm used to stacking up centuries. But if I'm gone, tell me who you think remember me.
All right. Listen.
All right,
Okay.
You got them 48 bars off. you got those 48 bars off. It was hot. No doubt. Yo, just tell the listeners and everybody viewing where they can follow you at, man.
Oh man, y'all can follow me on Facebook. It's your boy Chance on Instagram. That's your boy Chance on Twitter at Chance STLO314. I got my YouTube channel at Chance. I'm just doing big things. I hooked up with Goose Gates here in St. Louis. He a reputable promoter, and he's been helping me get out there. I've been doing shows. It seems like at least once a week, and so my dream is starting to. I'm starting to see the picture close in on me, and all with the. All with the promoing that y'all at BKS1 have done. Like I said, back around Christmas, the followers that I've done gained. And, it's a lot to do with everything you guys do for us independent artists out here. So I truly appreciate it.
No doubt.
We appreciate
you too, fam.
No doubt, man.
Good luck with your shows, man.
Absolutely, man. You already know what it is. And again, keep sending that music in, man. We're going to start running it. And next week, we're going to run a lot of unsigned and a lot of artist music. So make sure whatever you got new, please send it to us. We're going to put it on the list.
Okay. All right. We'll do, General.
No doubt.
Salute.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Holla.
No doubt. Peace and blessings. Shout out to St. Louis, Missouri on the check-in.
Yes.
Listening to the show and watching the show again. Man, that's the beautiful thing about the internet, nationwide, worldwide. And everything, and you never know who's listening, who's checking you out. That's the beautiful thing about what we do. Now, going back to this thing, what I said, I did want y'all to see the comeback, her statement after the backlash. All right, so this is Cardi B's personal statement that she came back with, and I'm gonna try to wind it so I can see that, to read to y'all. I'm gonna give y'all. All right, so Cardi B, in reference to the backlash, said, so I'm seeing on social media that a live I did 3 years ago has popped back up. A live where I talked about things I had to do in my past, right or wrong, that I felt I needed to do to make a living. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world with a perfect past. I always speak my truth. I always own my shit. I'm a part of a hip-hop culture where you can talk about where you come from, talk about the wrong things you had to do to get where you are. There are rappers that glorify murder, violence, drugs, and robbing, crimes they feel they had to do to survive. I never glorified the things. Okay, hold on. I never glorified the things I brought up in that I live.
In that lie.
Oh, in that live. What was it? Yeah. I never glorified the things I brought up in that live. Okay, I never even put those things in my music because I'm not proud of it and feel a responsibility not to glorify it. I made the choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options. Okay. I was blessed to have been able to rise from that, but so many women have not. Okay, let me get to the last of it. So I'm trying to do this. But so many women have not. Whether or not they were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. The men I spoke about in my life were men that I dated, that I was involved with men that were conscious, willing, and aware. I have a past that I can't change. We all do. All right, now, so the statement she made that the men I spoke about in my life were men that I dated, that I was involved with, men that were conscious, willing, and aware. You're not conscious, willing, and aware if you had to drug them.
But which ones is she talking about? Like, what part of the life she talking about? The ones is she talking about the threesome with the threesomes guys, or is she talking about the ones she drugged? Because I don't know which video is she mentioning in this.
Because you couldn't. So I've never had nobody that I dated ever drug and rob me, and if that happened, I don't think we would be dating anymore. Like that didn't even make any sense. And I get what she's saying, that the hip hop culture glorifies murder, drugs, like all that stuff. I get it, and people put that in their music, and that's one thing. If you made it, and she says she didn't do that because she's not proud of it, I get that too. But if you made it into a song, making a song is different.
Okay, first of all, we gotta stop acting like everybody who rap about murder and drugs actually did it.
Exactly.
They're telling a story.
They're telling a story.
People who write a movie about murder, drugs, they didn't actually go out and kill people.
Exactly.
They're telling a story.
But that's my point.
So, but you on a live that's not in a song came out and said, "This is what I do. This is what I did."
It's way different.
There's nobody sitting on a live saying, "Yeah, I shot and killed somebody."
It's exactly.
See here,
exactly.
But here's the contradiction. I gotta bring this up.
It's a lot of contradictions.
So if you look at a lot of this, so basically she said, "I'm not proud of it and feel a responsibility not to glorify it." Okay, all right. So here's the other thing. All right, I just want y'all to pay attention to something. All right. So she says, I'm a part of a hip hop culture where you can talk about where you come from, talk about the wrong things you had to do to get where you are. There are rappers. Why put anybody else in your ish? So now you're talking about what other people do. There are rappers that glorify murder, violence, drugs, and robbing. Crimes they feel they had to do to survive. I never glorified the things I brought up in that live.
See, this is what you have to be smarter than this. You don't believe everybody who put this in a song. Exactly. None of the rappers who put in a song are sitting on their live saying, "I robbed people."
Yeah, I killed this one. I killed that one.
Or who on that level? They say sold drugs. Yeah, selling drugs, is it a victimless crime? Well, no. You got to have a person who wants to buy the drugs.
All right. So you say
I'm not equating sitting there saying I drugged people and robbed them to what somebody puts in a rap song.
All right. So then now, by your statement to clear you, right?
You just bring the whole culture with you.
You're gonna put the culture. You're gonna put
everybody down.
You're gonna put hip hop in it, and then now if we have to dissect your lyrics, you do glorify gangbanging.
Yes, you do. I'm about to say, which is about
I'm just keeping it 100.
What's about to happen now?
You glorify
again, like hey man, some of Cardi's music I rock with, But we gotta be honest. So you do glorify certain things that are not positive.
Yeah.
This is why people need to
Right.
think twice before they try to put out statements.
Yeah.
To play
So
themselves.
so the hard thing right now that everybody's gonna have to come to grips with is this. This is your own self admission, Cardi,
Yeah.
and it's hard, man. And it's like it's gonna be hard to really give you a pass. Like I want to see you keep winning. I'm glad you came out of the muck and mire, right? But you cannot say I did these things because I was pushed in the corner.
Yeah.
I was pushed in the corner in my life. There's a lot of people that had it rougher than you that may not have to result to certain things. All right, so you can't use that, and I get it right now. You don't want to, want to lose none of the shine that you got right now. You know, so what you got keep being you. Like at least one thing I give you props on is that you came back with a statement. So everybody that was accused, that everybody's comparing you to, did not come back with no statement and put it out there and whatever. And I see how people are coming at you hard, rightfully so. Drugging men is wrong. Drugging a man and robbing him is wrong. It's wrong. But now you're going to have to deal with the repercussions of you putting your personal business out on social media. You put your past out on social media. So it's not like somebody like in Bill Cosby case, it was a comedian that sparked.
Yeah, you're right.
That sparked the whole Bill Cosby is drugging women, or Bill Cosby has done this or whatever, and then they started investigating it, and then that blew up into fire. This is something that came from you because you put it on your Instagram. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's shout out to Demetria. Demetria said, what's up, Demetria? She said, so are we going to go back and charge Charlemagne as well? Don't you remember in a live interview where he talks about drugging women? I'm just saying. Cash Miner said Martha Stewart cell has been open for a while, Cardi. Oh, he got jokes. Let me read some serious comments. Erica J. Brown said she was almost about to cry in that video. My heart went out to her. She's been through a lot. Really? Okay. All right, Erica. She's been through a lot.
That's crazy.
No. I'm just saying, I'm looking at the psyche.
It's the sympathy.
The sympathy of women.
Exactly.
Of women when it's flipped, man. It's crazy.
If it was R. Kelly or Bill, send him to hell. You know, it is crazy how there's so much sympathy that's been on social media also. As much as there's been a backlash, there's been a lot of people that sympathize. Oh well, it's okay. You had to do what you had to do. What? So if a dude said he had to drug, he had to take and he had to drug and rob women, you would call them all kind of monsters. Like what?
Mike Tyson admitted to punching women and punching old ladies, knocking them out and robbing them. And he admitted to doing that, right? And he said, I went to jail for it. Came out of jail, cussed him out, got a hold of him, changed his life around.
Yeah.
All right. And then later on in life, in his boxing career, he had another setback when that woman claimed that Mike raped her or whatever, and Mike had to go to jail. But Mike came out again and was in the Hangover movies and came out and was doing his own one-man show on Broadway, off Broadway, whatever, and so he made his comeback. So that's a good story of how you can make mistakes and reinvent yourself. So I get all of that. I get all of that. So that's a whole different situation. He paid for what he did. Now, the question I have is really, honestly, would Cardi be admitting what she did? Should she have to pay for that?
Everybody should have to pay for their crimes. If she never opened her mouth,
she brought it on herself. You gotta pay for the repercussions that's coming with it.
That people, you know what I'm saying?
So should she do jail time? Yes or no?
If the guy if the victim press charges and they can prove that it actually happened, then yes. She committed a crime.
It is what it is. We got to stop.
She committed a crime.
Giving passes, and I get what some people say. Well,
If you don't commit a crime, you
what
ain't
about
say
this one and that one. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, male, female. If you're doing wrong, you should go to jail for. Like I said, the Harvey Weinstein's all them jokers. Yes, they definitely should be in jail too. Because people are like, oh, let's make sure we get them first. You're right. We should be going after them. They should go to jail. But it doesn't take away any of the light from the things that she did. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people got to understand. I get it. You might sympathize over she had a hard life. But you know what? There are a lot of other people out there who had harder lives. And like I said, there's things that you could do. Like you don't have to rob. Like robbing and drugging people is, like that's crazy. That's crazy. Could you just imagine yourself in that situation? You with somebody. You wake up, you don't know what the hell happened. You don't remember nothing, but you can't find your money. You go outside, your car gone. You know what I'm saying? You sitting in your underwear, you ain't even got your pants to leave with. You ain't got no pants, no shoes, nothing. You butt ass naked, drugged up. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine that?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely continue this conversation. Again, this is just the beginning, because more. I guarantee you more men come forward.
They're going to come forward.
Yeah, more men come forward. More stories about her past life is going to come forward. But here's my thing. For all you hypocritical advertisers and people,
you got rid of Rick Ross when he one line he said in a song.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you like this. I guarantee you, not to cut you, I'm sorry. Because I guarantee you that there are jokers somewhere sitting back right now because she's big, telling their homie, yo, man, you know that B robbed me one time, right? And they like, word, and they tell the story to their homie, and their homie laugh at him, what'd you do about it? I ain't do nothing about it. But guess what? Now, because of the fact that she opened up her mouth and put this on the live, they could do what they got to do. Before they probably would have never did anything. So
yeah. Like I was saying, I guarantee that all the advertisers and people she got endorsements with, that's sitting there having these meetings like, oh, what should we? Oh, it's not good for the brand, whatever. I'm gonna need y'all to cut it out. Cause Pepsi, if you cut her now, right? Here it is.
They gonna cut it.
No, but listen, here it is, right? So she been said she was affiliated with the Bloods, with a gang, right? She been said she was a stripper. She was a part of that life, and she was doing this and doing whatever she got to do for the money, right? She been said that, all right? And a lot of things, a lot of different interviews. You hear how she speaks. You hear her on social media. You hear how she talks about different subjects, whatever like that. So, but you gave her, because she was hot, she got X amount of millions of followers, right? That if she speaks about your brand, a portion of those followers is going to start rocking with your brand, all right? So you did it. You signed her. You endorsed her for a money thing and for promotion for your product.
Yep.
So I'm saying, continue to stand by her. Why am I saying that? No, I'm saying continue to stand by her. Don't, we got to cut her now, whatever like that, because then I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at you sideways. So with all the money y'all spend in research teams and research and this and this and that, you didn't know
But they're gonna
what
make
she
it
used to do and who she was.
They don't worry about the gang affiliation because Snoop changed people's perception of that.
Yeah.
So they don't worry about the gang affiliation because everybody think the gang affiliation is cool. And she ain't admitting to a crime because she's affiliated with somebody.
Yeah,
but now that you're coming out and saying that I did this crime and you have victims, the company's going to drop if they feel the pressure's building up of people backlash. They're going to drop her in a heartbeat if it gets that big.
Yeah,
but they're not going to want to deal with that publicity.
Right. But my whole thing is that's what I'm saying. Like people change and people grow and like when I see companies say, "Oh, we're gonna drop this person for the endorsement," or they drop dude when he was in the locker room. What was the athlete when he was in the locker room and he said that to that female? Oh, I didn't think a female knew this. You a woman, you didn't know this.
To the news reporter
because he had the backlash from women's groups.
So he had the backlash, whatever like that. So people, okay, so this society is showing now that people can't make mistakes. or you would be persecuted. And this society is showing now that America is not built on second chances. And half of the biggest companies in the world were either mafia owned, okay, or by some owned by some organized crime organization, whatever like that. And they started one way, and then they ended up legal. They started illegal, and then they ended up legal.
Yep.
This whole country was built like this.
Exactly.
Was built like this.
Yeah.
All right. So where do we go with this, man? And that's all I'm saying. Like, where do we go with this? So, are we saying that people can't change? People can't get their lives together? That young men, young women can't make mistakes and then change their life around? And we got to hold you accountable, and we got to shut down any possible future that you may have into a better situation. Like, where do we really go with all of this? And this is what I'm saying. And this is why I'm not really so much really acquainted with the whole Bill Cosby situation. But it's like, where do we go with this, man?
There's repercussions for your actions. Don't do dumb shit.
For the past. For the past, though.
But there's repercussions for your actions. Whether you get punished then or you get punished later, repercussions. You could change. That don't deny the fact that the action happened. And when it comes to light, you have to deal with whatever happens.
Demetrius said, shout out to Demetrius, she said, is Nicki Minaj behind the leak of the 3-year-old live? Just asking for a friend.
No, it could be one of Nicki fans. You get on the people bad side who got nothing but time.
Now,
they're gonna sit there and scroll through 3 years of your posts, and they're gonna find something.
Tori said, and Tori, welcome to the show. Just interesting, all the different opinions. We all make mistakes, but we should try to remember, think before you speak.
Always.
Actions will always cause reactions. So being honest, it's all good. But are you ready for the backlash? Just saying. No doubt. Shout out to Monica Williams on the check-in. No, very good point, Tori.
Yeah.
Demetrius said, all I want to know is who salty ass brought up the lie from 3 years ago and why. Yeah, there's always a reason and stuff. Think about with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
With the homophobic stuff.
Right? Yeah, that was what, 10 years?
Yeah.
Or something like that. Was exactly a long, like say, and he's like, I'm not, and I get him. I'm not apologizing for something I said 10 years ago, but that's different though. That wasn't something illegal. You know what I'm saying? That's an opinion. You know, and if people want to hold his opinion against him, I'm like him. Okay, I said sorry already. I'm not saying sorry again, but to drug and rob somebody, that's another level.
So I mean, let's look at where we at with this country, man, and with ourselves. There is no freedom of speech.
No, absolutely.
There is none. There's no such thing.
Absolutely.
No, there's freedom of speech.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. There's no freedom of repercussions. You're free to say whatever you want to say. You ain't free from repercussion from what you say.
Yeah,
that's the fact.
And freedom of speech only says that you can speak out. You can speak out against the government and not be put in jail for it. And say it's not going to be repercussion. You can't speak out against the government, not go to jail. Go speak out against China. Live in China and speak out against the government. Live in China, leave in North Korea and say that the president's an idiot and see what happens. You can say the president here is an idiot. They ain't coming to throw you in prison.
This is true. Listen, man, if you just join us, this is WBKS1 Radio, live in the CIPHER show. We had some intelligent hip-hop discussion today.
Yes,
Cardi B is hip-hop. And we talked about what's going on with her. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning for the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes.
Rock out with us. And don't forget, listen, if you're in Jersey, listen, TGI Fridays at Piscataway off the hook now. Listen, it's powered by WBKS1.com from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's the happy hour mix. It's Friday Night Live with BKS1 Radio DJs. Yes, your boy Storm on the General. I'll be on the ones and twos rocking out with my man DJ Smooth P. And also, again, we got rocking out with us this week, DJ Bukeem.
Yes.
Come check us out, man. Have some fun with us. Enjoy yourself. Get those half-price appetizers, those cheap happy hour drinks, and make sure you get there a little bit early before it starts from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. All right, but get there a little early so we can get you a seat at the bar and everything and just have a good time, man, for the Friday Night Live, the happy hour mix with BKS1 Radio. We'll be in the building, man, on the ones and twos, bringing you that good music from the classics to the current Come enjoy yourself. Have a good time with us this Friday. TGI Fridays in Piscataway. It's located at 1315 Centennial Avenue. All right, come rock out with us. We'll see you tomorrow morning. The Man Cave Morning Show. We got to continue these discussions, these conversations. We appreciate you all and salute to you all. And again, our BKS1 Radio motto: this shows is never about us.
Nope. But it's always about you,
because
you are the next best kept secret.
Yeah, we did that on the CIPHER show.
Yeah, and I hope Cardi B. Okay.
Yo, that is the dumbest sound ever, yo. That sound annoys the hell out of me.
I can't do it.
I can't.
You shouldn't be able to do it. Should no guy be able to do that mess?
I can't do it. All right, so
we out of here.
Peace and blessings. Yo, man, it's got to be that real hip hop feel, man. Get these levels right. All right, something like.
You will now go back to when rap music had hard beats, when it was called hip-hop.
Live in the cypher. Oh, Wednesday night, gotta get it right. Live in the cypher, chills on the mic. You got cash, I'm worth it. Pay me, you can't outfox me, so say that for Jamie. BKS1Radio.com. Hot like fire, kids, so ring me along. Got the industry corner with our own damn opinions. No Serato, it's authentic. When late night is spinning, the truth, the real. Hip hop ain't dead, and if it was, we resurrected it. It's back to the essence, the bare essential. Storm Norm is the leader, we call him the general. Smooth P and Ghost, we rate and review. So if you're scared to spit the 16, don't come through. Ooh. Represent the real hip hop. Represent the real hip hop. Represent the real hip hop. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the hottest hip-hop show on the net, live in the cypher, baby. You got my man, Chill Mr. Keep It Real. Ladies love Smooth P, Short Fuse, DJ Late Night, and your man, Storm Norm the General on BKS1Radio.com, where we represent the real hip-hop.